What's going on, big dog?
Nice to finally meet you at an event a couple weeks ago, man. Good to meet you, brother. For real, for real.
Yes, sir. You and your situation. It was nice to meet both of y'all.
Yes, thanks. Are you recovering from the Eagles loss, sir? Have you recovered from the Eagles loss, kid? Are you good? I'll make sure you're all right, bros.
I ain't gonna hold you three. That is terrible. I ain't talked to you in a year, and that's the way we're gonna start this off, man. You know, I'm heartbroken. You know what I mean? To be the best team in the league all the way to the Super Bowl, and then kind of meet your match. I would have liked the refs to not control the ending of the game.
Right, that was
for all the it wasn't why we lost the game. I'm not one of those guys. There was a multitude of things that happened in the why we lost that football game. But the football game 3, it was so good. It sucked that my team was in it. Like I'd have rather just been watching the Broncos and fucking somebody else go at it. And I'm enjoying the game so much to see the refs turned a great game into just a good game. And we ended up, being on the bad side of that. So,
Right.
Great young future, great quarterback,
yes.
great young coach.
Yes.
We blessed moving forward. I think the Eagles are going to be contending for a while. So
most definitely, man. Talk to me about the Jag battle, man. I think you won that battle clearly. I told Jag that. Yeah, talk to me, man. Grudge match. Divine and Conquer. Talk to me, King.
It turned into a grudge match. It wasn't that originally. But, I also know that Jag only know how to go one way. Right? So he don't give a fuck. Chef, what up? He don't give a fuck about nobody relationship before the battle, none of that. Because me and Jag were genuinely cool. Right? So, when the battle started and got booked, it definitely turned into something different for sure.
It did. How did you like the battle overall, though? Do you like the back and forth you guys had?
It was good. It was competitive. Hold on 1 second, 3. Give me 1 second.
All right. You good. Bill Collector was good. Snake Eyes was good. I gotta holler at Bill Collector, man. Yo, Bill, give me a couple of days to get my questions ready for you, brother. I do want to chop it up with you, Bill. For real. I need to have a classic interview with Bill Collector. He's been here so long. I want to have a classic interview sit down with Bill Collector, man. You know what I mean? I know y'all trying to kill my guy, Letterman. That's not true, Bill. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Bill, I was the one. Bill, we'll talk. Don't do that. I do rock with Bill. Y'all my brothers, man. I love all y'all, man. Y'all brothers give us battle round. I got love for the culture, man. But Bill, I do want to talk to you, man. I do want to chop it up with you. Yeah, Rosie, man. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, weird. Let me grab my weed, drink my bag.
You good?
So, it wasn't a grudge match at first. Me and him both fuck with Cassidy. I know he GOAT gang and, all that cool shit. So, definitely rest in peace out to Busy Bias.
Wow.
From Philly.
Busy Bias passed away?
Yeah. Definitely want to, throw that out there. But, blessings and love to his family.
Yes, for real.
He was a local dude. I actually battled him in my hometown back in the day. And he had done many battles in the city, just locally and regionally. I had him on my RBE Day 1 card when we did the Brick by Brick PA event with Sway and Bill. He battled the toughest opponent that night and had one of the best performances that night. We all thought he was going to get killed, and he showed up, man. So shout out to Busy. It's definitely sad for the 215. But Jag, he's great. I love promoing a battle. And, when somebody does when somebody can bring, they have to promoting a battle, that's big. I've seen a lot of people wanting to buy the card after me and him argue. You know what I mean? So that's, that's an asset. You know what I mean? So when you can even sell a card more, less than 24 hours before it's about to happen, see, like ARP was saying something in his blog, and he was like, a lot of these dudes asking for all this money, but when I announce their name on the card, the needle moves none, meaning we get no pay-per-view buys when we announce your name, right? But, if John
was good.
But for example, like there's other stuff you could bring to the table. So let's say your name don't sell no tickets. You better have a good face-off, bro.
Yeah.
You better have a good face-off. You better be able to sell the card in some capacity. And no matter what you feel about Jag's skill set, he got that part down pat. He got that because every time he's sitting down across from a battle rapper that we might respect more than him, we go into the battle like, man, I don't know. That's a test of Jag being able to sell the fight. So kudos to that brother for that.
Bro, you've been there for a long time. Let me ask you a question about Jag. Are you surprised that he's I don't use the word mastered, but he's crafted one thing about battle rap that you need a lot is flow and delivery?
Nah. If you go back and watch Jag or listen to Jag on past old albums or listen to their features or go back to his music catalog, Jag was a super lyrical dude.
Right.
Dude. You know what I'm saying? He had a flow, he had bars, and you know, but he still had that sense of underground flavor to what he was doing. It wasn't always super industry. So now I'm not surprised, man. Think about Jag that people don't know he wants it. He won it. You know what I mean?
He does. He does.
When you want this shit, sometimes that'll make you, because he started to look shaky the past couple months. Him and ARP had that falling out. We already know how that went. And he got his shit together, man. He had a great battle versus show off. I think it was battle of the year contention. And you know, it got him the Rosenberg battle, and you know, I clunked him over his head, but he looked good getting clunked. So it's like it wasn't even like people expected me to beat Jag. That happened. But so it wasn't a knock towards Jag. Jag still earned some stripes, in my opinion, from that battle.
Do you really feel the way that ARP gave you Jag, though, after Ill Will?
You know, ARP paid me so much fucking money. No, I can't. Like, if I'm being picky, and that was just more of a shot at him. Like, you know, damn, you know, Ill Will getting high. I didn't have a problem with getting Jag. I had a problem with Will getting Holla. But see, I'm not going to voice that. I'm not going to voice that because I'm not going to voice that to ARP over the phone. Yo, why you giving me Hollow? Like, I got love for Ill Will. I ain't trying to take no plates from nobody. So although I was upset how the chips fell, at the end of the day, when ARP like, yo, I'll give you this amount of money to do it, at that point, it becomes a job and an obligation. So once I accept that money, whether I like Jag or not, I got a job to do. You know what I mean? I didn't have to take Jag. I turned Jag down for the event before that where he battled Show Off. I turned the battle down. I didn't want to battle him. He beat Show Off. It made a little bit more sense. And people haven't even, you know, peeped. The last time I was on RBE was against Ill Will 10 months ago. So it was, you know, at that point, I'm like, yo, let me get back up there. A lot of shit going on. I got to remind some motherfuckers what. And Jag, I thought, was the perfect person to start the year off for me. I got such a big year planned out. Jag was the perfect way to start it.
But what was the reason you didn't want to take Jag? I thought you'd want to take Jag on his return, all the conspiracy thing with RBE and me that you rep and everything like that. You ain't want to put your hands on him first, though, Rosie? I
just didn't think it made sense after the Ill Will battle. You know, everybody putting this late newfound respect on my name that I've earned before, but it's like they see me do what I did versus Ill Will, and now people talking about me differently, even though I've been that dog for a minute. So it's like after Ill Will, I felt like I dodged the bullet. I got in the ring with an animal and I tamed him, and it could have easily went the other way. So it's like, damn, I'm here now. I felt like I jumped a tier when I did. It makes sense to me to go put it all on the line versus Jag, somebody who is more lost than gained, in my opinion. I wanted a big name, and Jag didn't fit that mold. That's my only problem with Jag.
Pros, you just said jump the tier. So that means you felt that you wasn't top tier for a while, or you feel what do you feel there?
I feel like there was a lot of jokes and a lot of lack of respect on my name. Some self-inflicted and some for other reasons. I felt like I worked so when I stopped battling in 2017 and 19, nobody was running around saying, "Where's Rosenberg at?" Damn, Rosenberg ain't battling. Niggas didn't even notice I was gone. That's a hard pill to swallow when you're not cared about. Damn, I done did all these battles. I done been on URL. I go away for 2 years. Nobody's asking for me. So at that point, no matter what tier I feel I am, the proof is in the pudding. Ain't nobody asking for you when you gone. So what tier is you actually really on? So when I came back, I took Craig Lamar, somebody who is dope as fuck, but I don't think for my own ego and pride, I'm like, he ain't on my level. He ain't did what I've done. But I still understood that I had to start at a level that I kind of felt like I was above. So, you know, that's kind of really all it was. And to reference back to Jag, you know, you're right. Jumping the tiers when you see a whole new people who, yo, unblock me. froze. Well, I blocked you probably because you were talking shit. Now I got 100 people, yo, unblock me, froze. It's like now the tide is changing a little bit, and me and my team, we noticed that. All right, it's a new day for Rosenberg. It's a newfound respect. You know what I mean? So it's kind of time to move like that, and you got to be careful on what battles you take if you're trying to reserve the money you getting paid, right? You do something that gets you a pay raise, you don't start working less.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
They done pay me more money. They done guaranteed me a certain amount of money every time I pop out. That's a tier jump. They wasn't offering that before, so it's a tier jump. The company offering you more money. You got to be careful who you risk that against. And I just thought with Jag, I was towing the line of risking it.
Okay. ARP put a tweet out there, right, about murder people that would want to battle Murder Mook, right? A lot of people say that they were shocked your name was not on there, but ARP said in a blog that I guess he had something else for you. When he put
that tweet out, I was already booked for my next card with him.
I still feel they should have been there, though. I still feel, regardless of what you got going on.
When you see who I'm battling 3, it's going to all make sense. See,
really?
Sometimes as fans, we're not privy to certain shit.
Right.
So rightfully so, you see 4 names up there for RBE with Mook coming, and people like, even if you don't think me and Mook is a good battle or a battle that makes sense, just naturally, you like, damn, I feel like Bird, one of the top dudes up there, why his name ain't on the list? That's a fair observation for a fan, right? But then also you got to think, he said in the interview, because he did a live, and they was spamming his comments, and to the point where he like, yo, I didn't say Raw name for a reason. Raw's good.
He did say that.
Raw taken care of. He wasn't lying to y'all. To my knowledge, I was the first battle he booked for the next card right after this battle we just had. I was the first one he locked in. Mega battle. I ain't worried about no motherfucking Murder Mook.
Hold on. Your next battle, and you say you're not worried about a legend or one of the GOATs?
Like that.
Okay.
I'd be honored to be across from Mook.
Right.
Mook is Michael Jordan to me, right? I anybody who don't look at Mike, I'm calling him Mike, that's Michael Jordan. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is on Mook. That is Mike. And you know, I got so much respect for him. But like for me, my situation is so kinda in order. I got shit. I got the rumble. Like I can't think about Mook. I got
of course.
And people of that cloth. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I got mad respect for Mook. I never, you know, say anything negative about him. As far as like it's Mook, man. It's Mook, man.
So check this out, right? I interviewed ARP before the Divide and Conquer card, right? And then we got into the conversation of King of RBE and all that, right? I don't know if you saw this, but I said your name and it's on my channel. I said to me, I know people say ill will, and I respect that. But the reason why I said you, and I think you're here right now, it's documented. The nigga be show off. I mean, come on, dog. He be ill will. He get A1 some rank. I mean, I have to just, if we go by stats.
And 3, these wasn't close battles.
No, it really wasn't. It was kind of close.
It wasn't close.
It was clear.
I think, you know, in battle rap, we like to have our own opinion on who we think is who.
Right.
So when certain things happen, we need reasoning for it. Ill will wasn't on his A. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Shame on whoever walked in the ring not being ready.
Agree.
Say whatever you want. If anything, that's more of you should be more critical of the person who did that, because you know when you look at I wrote for Ill Will like I knew he was dangerous, like I knew he could fuck me up. If he is not in return writing like that, he putting his own self at risk. Hat goes off to Rosenberg for being aware and knowing when to be ready. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't care about that shit. I love when people says that. It verifies that I fucked him up as much as I thought I did. Will ain't care about that battle. I did. That's why I happened the way it happened. Ha, beating. You're mad. I don't give a fuck what he had. He came in there and played with me, and I brutalized him. And
you did. You won that battle clear.
And he's still arguably the best at RBE. I won't take that from him. He's still arguably. Yeah, for sure. Because the work that he puts in, that's another thing. 3, we see somebody who gives us years of work. He has a blemish, and we want to start writing them off.
You got a point, yeah.
Start writing them off.
You're right.
You don't know what the fuck Ill Will was going through when he had to get ready for Rosenberg. I was cool. I didn't have nothing going on. I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And but he might have had something going on. That man ain't really never shortchanged us ever.
Yeah.
So because he got beat by somebody who beat everybody good at RBE, we want to start acting like now, you know, Will ain't who he is. Nah,
Will's that dude.
Why you think he headlined the fucking card and I was his undercard after I spanked him? Because Will still will.
Yeah, Will still will. Yes, yes.
Bro, I take nothing away from that man, and I'm not gonna argue with nobody who thinks he's the best at RBE. That's a credit to me because I beat him heads up. So it's
right.
Anybody saying he's the king of RBE, it's not a slight towards me, and I tend to agree with you if you feel that way. Yeah, you can make a case for me. You can make a case for him. We all know what happened in the heads up battle. If you don't want to use that as your reference point, that's on you.
Now, Froze, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel you and somebody might have to have a rematch, man.
You know,
you and the dog. You and the dog might have to see each other, though, Froze.
30 sec, huh?
Listen, that's the birth of, see what they do for views. Let's talk about it. That's the birth of it.
You know,
2-1, you 2-1, you won that battle 2-1, okay.
You know, I think that I understand why people will want to see that matchup. You know, it's not something that it's not a hurdle I feel like I gotta get over.
Right.
I was I was the underdog when we battled back then.
You were definitely, yes.
The favorite to win. Why the fuck am I gotta get a rematch?
Right.
You know, I'm the one who defied the odds in that battle. So when I look at it like that, it's like, man, I don't owe anybody a rematch. First of all, that's URL business. We did that on URL.
Facts.
You know, why a RBE rematch makes sense, you'd have to explain that to me. Maybe you would look at it like, well, nah, y'all both grew up. It was early in your career. Yeah, true, but I
don't gotta say much, bro.
But I would say one of the biggest moments in battle rap, one of the biggest quotes that is used in battle rap to this day is "See what they do for views." People
even when you weren't here, Bert. Even when you weren't here for a couple of years, we still running with that.
Still running with that. I couldn't forget about battle rap because of that quote, right? So it's like to this day that people, I mean, the culture stole it.
They did.
Everybody walks around
like
we stole it. Around like it ain't mine, right?
We stole it from you.
So I think that we can't forget how big that moment was, and that's what I'm saying. That was a staple. That was like one of the moments in the history of battle rap. That's when See What They Do for Views happened. So it's like,
and that funeral angle you had, woo.
So it's like, why do I gotta reopen that wound when I'm healed of it? I ain't, you know.
Right.
I think that the fans want to see it. I can't take it seriously until Big K acts like he wants that. Because
got you.
He hasn't got on camera. Everybody want to ask for this rematch for him. Are y'all sure he wants it? Right? Everybody, you got a Big K rematch. I never once heard Big K entertain that he wants to climb up that tree again. So what I won't do is let the fans pressure me into thinking I owe him something. He ain't even asking for it. He ain't even asking for it. So let K want that rematch before somebody else wants it for him. You know what I mean? You look at any interview, he's never conceded loss to that battle. He's never conceded a loss to that battle. So in his mind, he won. We all know he didn't, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't tell the dog nothing. He believes what he wants to believe. So, you know, that's something he's got to want for me to even contemplate opening that door again.
Look what they do for views. Is that one of the greatest lines in battle rap history? Yeah,
I think it can be. I think you got to understand it's quoted now as if it wasn't a lyric. Right? It's like a saying now. You see a bitch walking around trying to do a OnlyFans. See what they do for views? Motherfucker dress up and do a parody and
see what they do for views.
It's just anything. I've heard it in so many different capacities. You know, and to know that, you know, it came from me, I think that, you know, that's special. I know a lot of people probably wish Sue Surf said it, but I said it. You know what I mean? So, I think it's definitely one of the most. I think it's one of the most impactful lines in battle rap history. Yes, I don't know, impactful for sure. No question.
Definitely impactful. Bird, Prosy, describe your 2022 to me, brother.
Underwhelming according to the Champion of the Year panel. You know, it's unfortunate, man. I worked hard to be at quality at all times. You know what I mean? I think that's the part that I take serious, that I wish maybe I get a little bit. You know, I'm not the type of guy, that like to run around and say, hey, look, I did this. But we all like to get acknowledged for hard work.
Of course,
right?
of course.
I think that when you put in a whole year of just hard work, and you can just sit here and listen to people debate on why it wasn't that good, you know, it's a little bit it's offensive. It's offensive. I had a really good year. I arguably didn't lose a battle this year. Me and
The Bill Collector battle, no froze. The Bill Collector.
So no, I didn't. I think we both lost that battle.
Okay.
Like, how could you pick a winner in a battle? Like, watching me fighting him with one hand behind my back, he had to grab the mic in the third round because now his mic
right.
where it's like, you know, how could you even judge that battle? And what content are we judging it on?
Right.
How can you complain the mic and audio is some of the worst shit you ever heard, but then concede a winner? The fight wasn't. There was a no contest. You know what I mean? So
before you go, do you think if you could do it over, do you think you and Bill Collector should happen more earlier, a year earlier, 2 years, or maybe when it was hot?
You know,
at the time, what do you think?
I think me and Bill Collector, the battle happened too late, but then the time it happened, we were both at the hottest points of our career.
Good point.
I think also, you know, and the fans don't really care about this, but Bill Collector got a lot of kids, and so do I. You know, if you felt like I lost the A-Ward, that was in 2021. You might want to update your calendar, even if you felt like I lost that battle. Didn't happen in 2022, my guy. Bill Collector got a lot of kids. He got a wife. He got a house. And we both agreed that, you know, financially, we need to walk away with as much money as we can to see this battle. Because if we're gonna potentially compromise, you know, a relationship we built that was damaged, that we rebuilt, we're gonna make sure your kids gonna have a good Christmas, my kids gonna have a good Christmas.
Right.
And we was focused on that. They was trying to book the Bill Collector battle for 8 years, and then for 2 years, like up until it happened, that last year and a half, 2 years, every league contacted us, from URL, the Grind Time New League. Everybody tried to book the battle, and we held out until we got the most money possible, and that was Stiz. ARP actually gave us the most money, but some shit happened contractually that couldn't happen. So we ended up going with Stiz, who had the next best offer. And we both walked away being able to shake each other's hand and feel like we could still be cool. And both got paid the most money we've ever got paid for a battle. That was priceless. Two dudes that came from outside of Philly in a neighborhood nobody knew of, put that neighborhood on the map, put our own selves on the map, and then ended up getting our highest payday against each other. Can't write a better story. So,
but so you separate the money aspect to the replay value? Is that how you look at it? Like this?
Nah, I mean, listen, we can't tell you a battle's gonna be good before it happens.
Facts.
You know what
I
mean? So we wanted it to be good.
Of course.
We hoped it was good, and we anticipated being good, and it happened how it happened. So, you know, that ain't on us. That's on the league. I know that Stiz and them is working extra hard to get their quality to top notch, and we just were the beneficiaries of them not being there.
Right. Got you.
So, yeah, you know.
So, Froze, was it Geechee, Bill, Ines, right? Also, right?
Geechee, Bill, Kaboom, Cicero, Dre Dennis.
City Towers?
That was in 21. I had Sis, I had Dre Dennis, I had Geechee, I had Bill, I had Sis, I had Ill Will. I think that was my year.
That was your year. Okay.
That was my year. So, you know, to see people up there, I mean, they were up there on the panel talking about they edited a choke out. There was never a choke against me and Bill Collector. If you watch the live stream, you see I didn't choke. Anybody who watched the live pay-per-view, I never choked once in that battle. So when you see you know, when you ask me like how your year was, it was a great year. I just think that, you know, it was shitty that it was undermined by people I've never even seen their fucking face before. You know what I mean? There was dudes on that panel I didn't even know.
Well, so let me ask you a question. What do you feel about the overall how Jay Black? Because Jay Black is my guy, so I'm a rock. I know it's hard as that. Jay Black. Yeah, I love Jay Black. I know it's hard as that in terms of conducting champion. He takes it real serious, for real. Where do you think it went wrong though, Derek? Because I feel a lot of people mad that they didn't get selected. This person felt they should have been seated higher. What's the process?
I think that whoever's on the panel has set in their mind who they want to be on the list over who deserves to be on the list. That's a gray area. I don't even know how you fix that, right? You know, you got to understand, Jay Black is a glorified fan. He turned into a media, he turned into a media member and became bigger than a lot of battle rappers, right? But at the same time, everybody on his panel ain't him. They're also
That's true too. That's true.
They're also fans, which means that they like certain battlers more than others. It's just like wrestling. You like certain wrestlers more than other wrestlers.
Is that a bad thing, though? Is that a bad thing, pros?
I just think that in what we do, there's always going to be somebody left behind.
Okay.
There's always going to be somebody left behind. I just was salty that it was me. You know, I look at that list. There aren't 10 battlers that did better than me that year. But, you know, that doesn't mean they didn't have a good year.
Right.
Think about it. I was on top 5 champion of the year up until August. There's only 4 months left in the year from August. I battled Geechee and Bill after August.
You did, yeah.
So
facts.
You're telling me there was 20 battlers that did better than me in the last 4 months to knock me from top 5 off the list? It's actually a fucking joke, but it's not Black's fault.
Yeah, right.
Black's not up there banging a gavel, he's putting a committee together. There's a fan vote that goes into it. So there's a lot of shit that goes into it. Again, somebody or somebodies are always going to be left out. And I was just one of those dudes this year.
I don't think it's biased, in my opinion. I don't think it's biased. I know all the guys on the panel. I don't think it's biased. I know some battle rappers think it's biased and everything. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think a battle rapper should be on the panel?
A battle rapper that's up for champion of the year? No.
Okay,
no.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Anytime he votes for himself, it's compromised immediately. The moment he and then you got people up there. If he's up for it, somebody on the panel might be judging him different because he's in the room with you, and you don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know how you can call me the face of RBE and then leave me off of a top 20 list. It's a contradiction. But at the end of the day, you can get online and you can cry about it and throw flags up and tweet yada yada, or you can just have a better 23, right? So you know, everybody who I battle this year is gonna, you know what I mean? So their mistakes and those guys undermining my year is gonna make me, you know, go the extra mile. And now, because here's the thing, can't nobody in the world tell me I ain't one of the best battlers in the world. You couldn't even make me believe it. You couldn't make me believe that. So if I believe that, when I get in the ring, I battle like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's nothing but motivation for me. You know, them brothers did a lot of hard work and spent some time, and I don't even know if they got paid for it. So just because they did the job wrong don't mean they wasn't working.
Do you guys get offended? Do battle rappers get offended when guys like myself, other bloggers, we sit up here and try to critique you guys so much? And when we don't battle, we don't rap. You guys rap. You guys get offended at all?
Yeah, sure we do. I think that you gotta control how offended you get. Like if you don't think that Devin Booker is riding the bike doing some cardio at 6 a.m. and then he sees Stephen A get in there and question his commitment to winning.
Right.
He don't get it. How the fuck can you question my commitment because I ain't living up to your standards?
Right.
You're only judging me off of your beliefs on where you think I should be. Or who makes you the fucking all judge.
Right.
So I think as media members, they just got to tread carefully on how you deliver the news, because you know media has a sense of talking as if what they say is law because they said it.
I try not to. You're right, Bird. You're right. I try not to do that. I try not to do that, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You see dudes do it all the time. It's like because I said it, that's what it is, and it's like yo, what? You were a consumer that at point in time, and now you're cutting the camera on and you're media, which is okay. Doesn't mean you're not media, but I think they had just as much media members have a responsibility to the battlers as the battlers have a responsibility to the media. You know, one hand washes the other.
Yes, facts. Agree. Agree.
So don't get over disrespectful on critiquing me on a low point. If you want to throw a fucking camera in my face the next time you see me in that fourth drop. or ask for an
right.
interview. You know what I mean? It's got to be some, you know, level of respect there. And I just think the balance isn't there with all the media members. And that's partly why I don't get on spaces no more. It's partly why I don't do a lot of interviews no more. I feel like, respectfully, in my opinion, and I say this humbly, me doing an interview for anybody, no matter who you are, it's a privilege.
I agree.
I don't have to sit and talk with anybody. I don't give a fuck how many subscribers you got on your channel.
Bro, I always say that. You, Verbs, whoever, y'all don't got to talk to us. I always say that. I don't get it twisted at all.
You asked me, Raw, you want to do an interview? I said, let me go put my kids up. You're like, I don't have to sit.
You don't at all. You don't have to.
You know, I got respect for somebody like Three.
I respect that. I appreciate it, brother.
I think you do it the right way.
Thank you, brother.
And, you know, I think that, you know, more media members should move like that. You know, but also, when you're in the business of clicks, sometimes integrity isn't your bottom line. A lot of these dudes are in the business of click my videos.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to say what I want. I mean, I had a disagreement with Piper Boy. He did a whole video on if I should be able to say nigga and am I black. And you know, stuff like that is what that ruins the relationship for me. It's like, you know, why? Because you feel like you have a position of power to wherever your audience is, you know, you can go and, you know, if you're being called out or you being corrected on something you did wrong, instead of just standing on a mistake or being corrected, you want to go and try to, you know, get clickbaits, and that shit's corny, man. We got to have a balance of where the respect level is. And I think, you know, once we get there, battle rap will be in a better place.
I saw you and Tay-Rock having back and forth, man. It's always going to be this RBE URL thing. It's always going to be you guys against them.
I've removed myself from the RBE URL saga. I don't have a problem with URL. They tried to sign me before I signed this contract with RBE for 2 years. They were trying to get me locked in for 2 years. I ended up going with the league that I was comfortable with. And that's who I do business with, and that's why I rock with. Tay-Rock, actually, he had about 8 to 9 tweets before I finally said something to him. You know, I think as battlers, we got to understand, like, all right, you feel like you got to defend your brand. You work for URL. They pay your bills. They feed you.
Right.
Okay, rightfully so. But you can defend them without undermining everybody on the other platform. So when you say, hey, when you go, hey, I'm here, Tay-Rock, I'm with URL, and fuck what the ops is doing, that's fine. But when you, hey, I'm Tay-Rock, I'm URL, and that shit ain't important, it don't matter over there. What they doing don't matter. Tay-Rock, well, let's look at my check that I got paid. We'll see how much it matters. I'll match it to yours. Even if yours is more, you ain't gonna look at my number and be like, damn, that's a low number. You're gonna be like, okay, Raw getting it. Or Will getting it. Big K getting it. So I think that I let him slide on the first couple comments because I felt where he was coming from. Hey, Surf ain't here to defend the brand like he usually do. Let me step out there and defend the brand. But after he started coming at the rappers and started talking to us like we was less of him, you know, I felt like who I am for my company, I had an obligation to say something to him and let him know, hey, cool out. You know, you getting a little above yourself.
And let me just say, at the
and another thing too, not to cut you off too. Another thing too, don't forget what you was about to say. Right. Three. Yeah. Tay-Rock is Tay-Rock over there. Tay-Rock over there. Tay-Rock is just Tay-Rock to us. He's a star battle rapper. But over there, they might roll red carpets out when he walk around. Not the fuck over here. Over here, they roll red carpets out for Rosenberg, Ill Will, Big K. So,
sir, are you smaller? Let's say Tay-Rock comes to RB tomorrow. You telling me the red carpet is not going to be open for this brother?
No, absolutely the red carpet would be. He's a respected battler. He's a star battler, and he's one of the top dudes on the top platform. What I'm saying is you can't be on your side of the street and tell us what's going on over here don't matter. You're wrong. Come over here. We'll show you how much it matters, right? Go look at the pay-per-view numbers. Look at the fucking shit our events do when we have good events. It matters. So just when you saying shit like, it don't matter, what they doing is not important, that wouldn't be true. You wouldn't be trying to sign our rappers if that was the case.
And let me piggyback.
If what we do don't matter, Tay-Rock, why the fuck was your company, you know, the dudes that took care of you and gave you all this money, why they was trying to sign Rosenberg? Why they was trying to sign Ill Will? If we don't matter, it doesn't make sense. So I think that was my response to him trying to say we don't matter. It doesn't make sense. The guys you're defending want us.
And to piggyback what you said, though, I was at Divide and Conquer. All the stars is out. Remy was outside. I see Marv Warren, Chris McCody, Calico,
Suge pulled up and walked up to my brother and said, "You know who I'm here to see." And my brother said, "Yo, they just battled." And Suge was like, "Rosenberg battled? I'm about to leave. I'm out. I ain't watching it." So
Suge rocks you heavy, my nigga. Suge rocks you heavy.
I love Suge. I'm one of Suge's biggest fans. You know, and I got mad respect for Suge and so many other rappers over there. When Sue Surf, Drugs, Jack Boy, when they pulled up to the Straight To It event where I battle Will, it was love. And when they pulled up, it was more lit. Oh shit, the cops in the building. What's up? Welcome. Enjoy yourself. Sit down, have a seat, get a drink. Welcome to RBE. It was all love. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so I think that's more the narratives that I don't like being painted. Stop talking like we don't matter. It can matter more where you're at. That's fine. Don't talk down to us like we some fucking G League or some.
No, niggas ain't no G League.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, you bugging with that.
Mind.
Yeah, you bugging with that.
And if you think, because you asked, if you think Tay Rock would just walk into a RBE house and watch the RBE bet, you're wrong. maybe on fucking Volume or some fucking Kings and Queens, or maybe some shit like that over there. You're not gonna walk into 1 hour buildings and just watch the best we got. That's a fairy tale. It's not. Come on, man. That's a fairy tale. And I got mad respect for Rock. Rock's the logo.
Yeah.
You know, I said Mike. You know, I said Mook, Mike. You know, Tay Rock's the logo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, I just think the respect level needs to be there. But as long as the powers that be are fighting,
let them handle that, right? Let them go through that, right?
They arguing about money that we ain't even paid. Like we get like wherever our tax bracket is, they're arguing about way more money than that. It's like, let them do that. But I you know, what I can do is defend my league when the rappers speak. You ain't gonna see me arguing with no Beasley, Smack, or P. I leave that to them.
Right.
That ain't even in my tax bracket. So whatever they arguing about is above me. But when it ain't a rapper on that side that's gonna open their mouth and not get a response from somebody like me when I feel like it's disrespectful, you undermining what we do. We move this culture forward too. You know what I mean? We move this culture that we love. Battle rap, RBE is a major staple of it. And even if you don't like RBE, bare men respect that we make the league you move, stay on their toes. Like you, even if you are I'm URL or nothing, respect the fact that RBE keeps them on their toes and keep them trying to produce at a high level for y'all. Even if that's the case, we're responsible for some of the shit that y'all are getting just off the strength of competition alone. But you know, it's healthy competition too. You know, I just think certain, and you got also 2-3. You got to be a certain level of rapper to be able to say something. You know, because
that's true. That's facts.
I'll be catching little roaches running around that don't be having no business talking.
Right. Yeah.
They a part of something they not. You know what I mean? I think at a certain level, a rapper needs to understand, hey, yo, you don't say nothing.
There's levels.
You let the lieutenants and shit talk, and you go over there and wipe down a rifle or something. Like, don't talk to the people on the front line. Let us do that.
What do you think about KCJ when she was streaming the RB event? How do you feel about that?
I mean, maybe she didn't know what she was doing. Maybe she didn't give a fuck. Either way, she was wrong.
I agree with that.
You know, but at the same time, I don't know if she knew what she was doing. She might have just been trying to watch some battles with her channel and have some people come watch them with her. Maybe she didn't think, oh shit, this is a live pay-per-view people are paying for, or people paid for. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I could be stepping on some toes. I don't know. You know, I don't know I've never met Casey. Don't know her. Don't know nothing about her. So I don't know what her thinking was.
Right. I go back to you. Was it Truth Hollywood Stories? It was you, Bill Collector. I was it Time Bomb? Am I right on that?
Bomb.
Huh?
Yeah, Time Bomb. Yep.
Yeah, that's like 15 years ago. That's when I first got introduced to you right there. And then after that, you battled Clean, right? Where do you put your battle with Clean Paper for your resume, though?
I was one of the best PGs that happened.
That's a fact, Rose. That's a fact. No one talks about that as much as they should. Yeah. But that is a fact.
Yeah, it's one of the best PGs that happened. I thought, actually, if you ask me, I thought that me and Clean kind of set the stage for what the PGs were supposed to look like. You know what I mean? We kind of set the stage for what it's supposed to look like. We both was hungry. We both wanted to be on.
Classic.
And we both had a lot of potential. You know what I mean? And just to see all that, me and Clean are still friends to that day for that moment we had 12 years ago.
That's
we'll
crazy.
We'll always be locked in with each other in a certain way because we got on through each other.
Are you enjoying your second run right now?
Man, I can't lie to you. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I was at, rock bottom. I couldn't get more than 500, 1,000 for a battle. I couldn't get a good matchup. Nothing that wasn't hurting my pride. So when I finally came to grips with the journey that I was going to have to do to get to where I wanted to go, to actually get there, almost get there, because I still got ways to go for where we got a plane to be stopped at. Man, I'm blessed, man. I couldn't, I was working a regular 9 to 5, watching pay-per-views and just depressed.
Wow.
As a competitor, you know what I mean? And just wanting to be back around the guys and the cameras, and I felt like all of it was taken away from me. So to now be looked at as whatever you want to call it, the face or one of the faces, or just, a comeback story, I'm thankful and I'm humble, because it was all taken away from me at a point in time. And the money that I'm able to make for it now, I'm just blessed, man. I wouldn't have saw that for myself 3 years ago, that we'd be clearing some of the numbers we clearing. So it's, it's a blessing. I'm blessed. I'm thankful.
So basically, after the Craig Lamar battle, you just been on the tear, really?
Yeah, that's what happened at. That's where it happened at. The Craig Lamar was a return battle. And then we did the wreck situation, Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes went to Head Ice. Head Ice went to Show Off. Show Off went to Ill Will. Ill Will went to A Ward, or I know I might have had an order fucked up, but it just happened so fast, man. It just happened so fast. So fast, and I'm just thankful to ARP because he didn't have to come back and have any belief in me. You know what I mean? And put any money behind me. And nobody else was doing it. You know what I mean? So that's why, we got the relationship we got because, we built this shit on the phone. Raw, this is what we got to do. Head Ice. I mean, there's so many dudes that I got so much respect for, and that, have been an inspiration to me over the years, just being in the culture, being able to get in the ring with those dudes, being on the phones with the Hitmans and the Clips and them talking to me with respect. I'm humble, man. I'm humble. It's a privilege, and that's why I go, and that's why I go so hard because I appreciate it now. Now I appreciate it. When I had it, when I was 17, URL, all the cool shit, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was big head and I was ego. So I think I never really got credit for being a kid.
It's funny you say that. Chess DNA gets credit for being young guys coming in the game. We don't put you right there with them as we should, though, bro.
And I think a lot of my mistakes, I got charged as an adult, right? I got condemned, and again, man, being able to turn it around. I mean, we got to make a fucking documentary on Rosenberg when this shit's all done, man. I mean, it's a great story. So I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a great story.
Wait, what's good?
But yeah, the goal is to not get complacent, and not not get used to it. Because again, it'll go away, and I also know how flip floppy the fans are. So one bad performance, you cut it back. So it's like, me, I'm battling for me. Every time I get in the ring, I feel like I'm battling for my career.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't let you take away what I done built. I can't let you put me back in the ring with those dudes that I done surpassed.
Right.
And, that's my motivation. And then my opponent. That's why I win so much. That's half the battle, 3, caring.
Caring, right? Good
You can win a battle. Yeah. You can win a battle by caring about it more than your opponent.
Really? Educate me on that. I never heard about battle rap. Educate me on that.
When you get to a certain level of battle rap, everybody good. So let's say when we're talking about professional battle rap,
right?
If you even if I'm ranked higher than you, you're still a pro, right? Still a pro. So even though my skill set might be better, even though my bars might be better, my resume could be better, but I'm not writing for you that much because I know I'm better than you, so I cannot put as much pressure on myself to get this work done because I know I'm better than you.
Okay.
If that other guy is on a whole different type of time, oh nah, Raw got me fucked up. Everybody think Raw better than me. I'm the underdog.
Right.
I'm not. I'm writing 4-minute rounds and fuck 3 minutes. I'm gonna have long rounds. All that shit. You can win a battle against a battler that's better than you because you cared more, you worked harder, and it looked like that. That's why you can say, oh, well, he didn't care about that battle. Yeah, damn, it looked like it. He got that ass up there.
Right.
Yeah, so I think you can that's half the battle, and battlers are lazy, man. A lot of battlers are lazy. So when you just give a fuck, write your 3 rounds, rehearse your shit, know your shit, you already halfway to victory before you say a bar. Already halfway to victory, because 9 times out of 10, he probably ain't working as hard as you did. He probably ain't give a fuck as much as you did. He ain't stay up that extra hour. He ain't rehearsed that extra day. You know? So, yeah, that's what I mean.
What's your take on Hitman and Eazy?
Dangerous for both of them. I think
for both.
Eazy, yeah, I think Eazy's been on somewhat of a honeymoon, and
3 years no.
Yeah, no, and I think that the length of the honeymoon could blind you to the reality of nobody's above that switch. So what I mean by that is everything he's had is he's earned it, and he's almost won the tough fights, the easy, all of them, and now he's getting in the ring with the Mount Rushmore guy, who's arguably the best performer we've ever seen in battle rap, arguably. And you look at his interview, he's kind of like, yeah, he just performed, though. That ain't nothing. It's something. It's something.
It's something, Berg.
Because nobody ever talked about how crazy Hitman's pen is. We ain't never talking about Hitman not that he doesn't have a pen. What I'm saying is when you talk about Hitman,
performance,
you don't talk about, Hitman pen, the way his soliloquies and his setup. You don't talk about that. You just talk about the performance. But yet he's still a top 5 candidate of all time.
Yep.
Why the fuck would Eazy be exempt from being at risk for which so many other great battlers were at risk when they took Hitman?
Right.
So I think for that now, for Hitman, he's battling a dude that don't give a fuck that he's Hitman. Eazy don't give a fuck about that. You can't tell Eazy he ain't bigger than Hitman.
That's a fact, Bird. You're not lying. You know that, right? You're talking some real shit, right? I speak to this man on a regular.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
You can't tell him that he ain't doing Hitman the favor. So I think sometimes Eazy's ignorance is also his strength, because he never ever gets into a point where he's second guessing if he's better than a dude. You know what I mean? So he raps with a confidence as if what I'm saying to you mean more than what you're saying to me. And it's working for him. So it's the tale of the tape, man. It's really one of those battles where we're going to see the new school guy against the guy who we've seen do it so many times clash. And I'm going to go with Eazy because I'm a homer.
Me too.
But if Hitman walk out there with the W, you won't see me surprised. He's that good.
Bird, this is what I tell people about Hitman all the time. When people say, oh, Hitman's not bar heavy, I'm like, okay, fine. But most of the time when people battle Hitman, they always take his material and use it against him all the time. All the time. So he must be doing something right in that department. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did he tell Cortez? He said, bitch, nigga, man up. He said, I ran up on him. He was like, man.
What?
I said, man, what?
That was
he
crazy.
Said, nah, Holla, I'm just saying. You saying
what?
Mind you, a granny coming home from the grocery store the way we put them cans up. That's pen. Like, that's pen. We're not going to act like he don't be talking.
He do.
It's like,
the Arsenal battle. The Arsenal battle.
I think he said you will bleed to death if I grazed him with a fabric wipe. Like, he's special, man. He one of them ones. And he, his success outside of battle rap should tell you how much of a special battler he is. And Eazy should take notes of that. And if I was Hitman, I'd look at this dude down here, Eazy, who done defied all the fucking odds, then skipped all the steps, then did a fucking sprint to the top of the mountain, and how the fuck did he get here? He gotta be doing something special. Man,
right.
It's just a heavyweight fight. We don't get these type of matchups often. I'm gonna order the pay-per-view.
Me too.
I'll be supporting. I'll be watching, and you know, I'm just excited for that as everybody else is.
So, how many times are you battling this year, Berg?
I'd like to push it towards about 6 3-rounders. Last year I did 4 3-rounders and 3 1-rounders. I'd like to do about 3 more 1-rounders this year, pick up some money on some low off leagues. And then I'd like to do about 6 3-round battles this year. And that's the thing for me. You know, we get offered 20, 25 battles a year, like all the guys who making noise. I don't got that. I'm going to be honest. I just don't. I got 4 girls and 2 boys. I work and you know, to keep my quality high, that's the way I like to do it. And that's why I'm able to be Berg every time, because I ain't overcooking my grits. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, but this year we're trying to push it a little bit more. I'd like to clear a certain number, and that requires me taking another battle more at 2 than I'm accustomed. So, you know, I probably in between 6 and 8 total.
So your next battle is one of those ones you telling us?
The biggest
is
battle
one of those ones?
in my career.
The biggest battle in your career?
Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. Yeah, for sure.
Are you nervous?
Fuck no, I'm Rosenberg, man.
You said the biggest battle of your life, King. I bet you know what I'm saying?
But biggest battle because I know the impact to the fans. Like, y'all gotta understand, right? I'll give you an example. And don't feel no type of way when I ask you this.
Okay.
3, and I want you to try to be honest
right.
with me. Right. Give me a battler that you like, man, Raw ain't fucking with him. Raw nice. I know Raw fire, but Raw can't fuck with this dude. I know for a fact he can't fuck with him. Give me a name.
Rum Nitty.
All right. Do you know there's not a bone in my fucking body that makes me think like I wouldn't smoke Nitty if we battle? Right? Like there's that's y'all's perception of the ranking system.
Right.
Us, the actual competitors, the dudes that gotta get in the ring and fight, not the ones who talk about it, the ones who gotta get in the ring and fight. So I can't. You think I could go up to Snake Eyes right now and tell Snake Eyes he can't do nothing with Rum Nitty? He'd be like,
that ain't gonna work.
What? Are you out of your mind? And look, he not saying it because he think it sound good. Snake believes that he's better than Rum Nitty. We are competitors, right? So, fuck no, I'm not nervous. Why would I be nervous? The only people who are going to be surprised by the matchup are the fans. Me, I deserve it. I earned it, and I'm that good to get it in my mind. So, even though it's the biggest battle, to me, it's just another battle.
What do you think about that comment in the bottom? All battles have egos. I'm gonna say this real quick. Don't you think? I think battles have to have egos, right?
It's a requirement to be a pro battler to have an ego. It's a requirement. You don't have it, you're in the wrong line of business. All right, I'll give you an example. Stu Surf can't do nothing with me. Now look, everybody in the comments will probably be like, "Yo, Raw delusional." No, I'm not delusional. I'm confident. I'm a competitor, and Surf can't fucking beat me. But you would look at that as delusion. But no, that's the ego part of it. I gotta think I'm this dangerous. I gotta believe it, or I won't be dangerous. Free Sue Surf, by the way. You know what I mean? If I don't believe I'm the best, I won't be the best. So you gotta have that ego. You have to have it. You have to have a little bit of delusion too, because what we doing is crazy. You know what I mean? We get in the ring and we trying to battle live pay-per-view. This ain't no second place.
Right.
You know what I mean? What happens is what happens. So yeah, man, you gotta have an ego and you gotta be somewhat crazy.
All right. Are we gonna talk after this announcement, sir? Can we talk? Now, when do you foresee this battle happening? Is it the next couple of months? I know you don't got a date yet, but just
there's a roundabout date to when the battle can happen. You know what I mean? So just for example, from December to April, this battle could happen. So just get ready. It's kind of how it works.
Are you ready now?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I'll be ready. I think it will be announced soon. It probably will be announced. I could be wrong, but I don't see the announcements. Once they start dropping YouTube drops for this past event, I'll probably anticipate that's when it'll be announced.
Are you the underdog?
Yeah. By far, I'll be the underdog.
Damn, he said by far.
Yeah.
But you like that though, right? I think you like that though, bro.
I don't think there's a battler who's won more battles where he wasn't the favorite than me in the game. I think I got the most underdog victories in the history of battle rap. Like literally a pro battle rap. The fact.
Really, man? You think so?
Yeah, I was the underdog versus Head Ice. I was the underdog versus.
I didn't have respect. I didn't have underdog versus Head Ice. I did.
I was the underdog versus A-Ward. I was the underdog versus Show Off. Everybody talk about how crazy his pen was. You thinking in hindsight, you're not remembering where we was when it happened. So I was the underdog versus Rex. I wasn't the underdog versus Snake Eyes. I was the underdog versus Ill Will. And that's just all this year. I was the underdog versus Shotgun Suge. I was the underdog versus Swave Sever. I was the underdog versus Big K. I was the underdog versus Clean. I was the underdog versus JC. Like, I've been the underdog in every battle. So it's like, give me a hint. I can't lie, man. I don't want to give y'all a hint because I don't want A to be mad.
Yeah, he'll get mad.
I tell you what. He's 100% Mount Rushmore worthy. It's only like 8, 9 niggas even available for that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So you do the list of that and you kind of can get around about who it might be. You know what I mean? Other than that, I can't really say nothing. But he Mount Rushmore, 100%. I'll be the heavy underdog and it's gonna be a mega match for sure. Well,
I appreciate you. I gotta talk to you when this gets announced, King. For real.
Hold up. Monkey, what you mean Hollow? I wouldn't be no crazy fucking underdog versus Hollow. Y'all bugging. Hollow? No, I got mad respect for Hollow. I'm not so sure I'd be a heavy underdog going into that battle nowadays. To end that Hollow that just battled Will?
Hollow was nice against Ill Will. Don't do that, Bird. Don't do that.
No, he was nice. That wasn't dangerous. I'll put it to you like this. No matter how good you thought the Ill Will versus Hollow performance was for Hollow, that Hollow I'm watching on my A game. I'm watching him.
You watching him?
That Hollow that battle Ill Will, I watched him on my A game.
Good for you to say that, bro. You saying he wasn't nice there, fam?
Because now you saying I'm not nice.
I think you dumb. I think you crazy. My man, I told ARP, you're the king.
Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Me saying the performance that he had versus Will on my A game, I watched it. You said then you saying he ain't nice. So you saying on my A game I ain't nice.
You nice, all Bird. Right. But Hollow is one of the GOATs also, brother.
Listen, he is one of the GOATs. And so am I. Y'all just haven't realized it yet. So,
But you know what's funny though? I never thought about you on Hollow, but that would be interesting though, Bird.
Yeah, it would be interesting. And I think I'd impose my will on Hollow. And when I get in my bag, I don't think what he said would hit the same. You ever notice when I battle people, that's what happens? It's like, dang, it looked like he ain't really care for Bird. No, I'm neutralizing this shit. You're hearing me. You're hearing me. You're hearing this gangster growl, this A1 delivery, and the person I'm battling 9 times out of 10 don't got that. So when I'm straight to the point, you don't got to think too crazy about what I'm saying. It's relatable. It's understandable. You don't want to hear somebody up there rapping fucking calculus. You don't want to hear it. Bird giving it to me straight. Every time he get to the punch, oh, yeah, he right. That was fire. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, that basketball player. Everything easy to grasp. It's a skill. It ain't simplicity, dickhead. It's a skill. It's a skill that I got to be able to move people that way instead of not having to say the alphabet backwards. So, I'll fuck Hollow up. I'll fuck Hollow up. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna say and lie about how I feel. I got love for Hollow. That's my dog. I'll fuck Hollow up, and I might probably try to get the Hollow battle this year for sure. You know what I'm saying? After this next one, he good. He's good, man. He good. Pop's good. Pop's excited, man. Pop's excited. We got a big battle coming up. He didn't want me to take the Jag battle. I did anyway.
Pop said, why Pop Pops ain't wait to see the battle.
Pops won a battle, all top tiers. He don't want nobody, anybody who can ruin what we got going on. He just want to see me against the dudes I deserve to be in the ring with. So that's how my pop carry it.
All right. My brother, we definitely going to talk after this announcement, please, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll get with you as soon as it get announced. I'll lock right in with you.
My man, bro, appreciate you, King.
All right, Three.
My brother.